Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone. Today is the second game of the final in the Fide World Cup. And yesterday, we saw the draw between Praggnanandhaa versus Magnus Carlsen. And today, Magnus will be playing with white pieces. And also, we saw an upset yesterday between Abasov versus Caruana, where the local player Abasov won the first game. And today, he will be just needing a draw to secure this third spot. And Irina, and also today, it could be our last day here at the office.
I doubt it.
You doubt it, yeah? There will be tiebreak
no,
tomorrow.
That would be too sad. That would be too sad to cut it short, you know? I mean, I want to see more games between Magnus and Prague. So I hope that they're not going to deprive the chess world of the show tomorrow.
The show must go on, right?
Yeah, and well, I think the big news of the day yesterday was that Magnus revealed in his interview that he had gotten food poisoning and had been suffering with that for the last couple of days. And that actually really explains, I think, what we saw of his demeanor at the board, right? Because we kind of commented on his messy hair, right? That maybe it was a sign that he wasn't feeling as motivated, because we noticed that he kind of comes back with a sleeker do, you know, when he's really focused, right? But it was actually like his whole demeanor at the board. Like I felt like he was kind of just sitting there, you know, like I didn't feel that focus that like I felt, you know, in some of his previous matches. And I didn't know, I mean, like what that was about, you know.
Right.
We kind of just chalked it up to, I don't know, the hair, or maybe he was, you know, up late at night studying for the game, you know, maybe tired from that. But it kind of all made sense when he said that he had food poisoning and that he just didn't have the energy to even feel nervous.
Yeah, but well, it is still world number one. And you see, even though he's not in his best form, health-wise, he's still playing very accurate chess yesterday.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll be feeling better today, and maybe he'll be also playing much, much better. We'll see, but it's already like a very good run for Praggnanandhaa. It's already a very big news back in his country in India, because, well, just being in the final, surpassing the record of Vishianan, and also being the second Indian player to be in the candidates later next year. Wow, this is just amazing for an 18-year-old boy.
Yeah, I've noticed that our viewership on YouTube has like doubled, and I think it's really all due to the Indian fans who are there to watch Prague. So it's just due to this, you know, who is in the final. You know, he has so many fans in his country.
Yeah, definitely. And it will also be a very good inspiration for most of the young chess fans. And we can see in the camera, today it could be also the last day here for the spectators to watch.
Couldn't really explain the move queen b4. He moved his queen away from the king side, and his king got mated shortly after. Now we got Prague sitting at the board. He's got the black pieces today. Should we make some guesses about Magnus's first move?
Okay, I think it will be d4.
D4, yeah? Yeah, I have, you know, I gotta say, I don't know. Prague seems quite experienced in this e4, e5 positions. At the same time, Magnus also is very experienced in that. So I don't know. It's hard to predict.
It's hard to predict.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. One observation. Yesterday he played c4 against Magnus.
Right.
And I feel like this kind of move, it's kind of like Gukesh, right? Going for the London. They're kind of going for the moves that are, let's say they give more scope for something to happen on the board, right? Like still c4 is less theoretical than d4 or e4,
right.
I would say. So, you know, they're willing to open up a battle with the world number one, right? That's what they're showing with their, you know, choice of opening systems with white.
Right. Wow, classic Magnus just coming to the board.
Oh, he feels better today.
A few seconds away from the starting time. Just a few seconds, like 4 seconds away, actually.
We can see that the hair looks completely different today.
Yeah, so he's more motivated, yeah?
Well, he feels better.
He feels better.
I think so. I mean, okay, like he said he'd had the food poisoning for already a couple of days, so today's day 3, you know, so maybe, you know, it's finally just he's feeling more or less normal.
Yeah, we'll see, because, wow, I also want to see them playing in the tiebreaks because, well, Magnus has quite a high percentage in winning the tiebreaks that he has ever done in his life. So I think going into the tiebreak is also probably, you know.
He's got e4
E4 is on the board.
Okay. All right, so we're going to see probably e4, e5. Oh, is Prague actually
thinking of c5, maybe?
Yeah, is he surprised by this move? Because I don't think it's a big surprise. Carlsen has gone for d4 in this tournament, for example, against Ariantari. That was a Nimzo. He's also gone for d4 against Ivanchuk. That was some kind of a Catalan.
Right.
But, of course, he's used e4 a lot. And let's see. Okay, e5, yeah.
E4, E5 it is.
Makes sense. You know, he had this very successful rapid game against Caruana that he showed, I think, great understanding in the structures, the one that he needed a draw in, but he was actually outplaying Fabian.
Right. So I think we'll see knight f3 soon on the board. Yeah.
I think so.
unless Carlsen is thinking to play some sort of a Vienna, but I doubt it.
Yeah, so he started adjusting his pieces after he'd made his first move. All right, knight f3. Knight c6. Is it going to be an Italian the way Fabi was trying, or is he going to go for a Spanish?
Good question.
And
No,
it's another
it's-
one. It's the knight coming out.
So it's almost like a 4 knights if Praggnanandhaa plays, yes, knight f6. So it's officially a 4 knight opening.
Wow.
So now it's d4 or bishop b5.
Or is there like
A3.
G3? Is that a
G3
move?
also, yeah. It could be many moves.
Right, so bishop b5 is played here a little bit more often than d4.
Yep. So yeah, bishop b5 is one of the main
It's a little
lines.
bit of a surprise, right, by Magnus going for this, because this is not like considered, I think, the main theoretically testing way to play, right, with knight c3.
Right. There is a very trendy line in these 4 knights actually to make a draw. So I don't know. It looks like Magnus looks better today. Okay, bishop b5. So that drawing line that I was mentioning, it was with d4. So okay, bishop b5 promises us that this is going to be quite a game.
Okay, did he just play knight d4? Yeah, that's one of the main moves, right?
I think
Does
it's.
he have the knight in the center? Or did he...
We will have to move soon.
Yes,
yeah,
it is
knight
knight
d4.
d4 because we see Magnus capturing on d4, ed.
Yep.
And is this the line that you're talking about that is very quiet actually after e5? Is this where everything gets traded?
Yeah, it is. It is one of the lines as well. There is a drawing line in these two. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I mean, right now all the pieces are coming off the board, right?
Right.
The knights are coming off the board. So is this Magnus just saying that he wants to
Just to make a draw.
get into the tie breaks tomorrow?
That's possible.
I kind of feel that's what we're seeing actually.
Yeah.
Because this is not where white goes trying to play for a win, right? No, this is like just a famous drawing line.
Yep, and you go straight into the end game.
Wow. So Magnus wants to end it today. He wants to get another day to
Just to play the tie break.
to recover, actually.
Right.
I mean, I'm not shocked, I think, given the information that he gave us, right? And I'm not saying it's, like, inappropriate at all because, you know, you got to do, what your body allows you to do, right? And if he thinks he's going to have better chances tomorrow, then I totally understand. But, yeah, I think that's what we're going to see, short game today.
Right, and maybe tomorrow. At least there will be one tiebreak match. But we'll stay on this game for a bit more, and then we'll take a look at the other board.
Is he going to play queen e2? Is he just going to get the queens off the board right away?
That's possible, right? I think that's the whole
Yeah, you can either
idea about this.
castle or play queen e2. So he's probably, he's reaching
Yes,
for the
queen e2.
queen. Okay, so the queens are going to come off the board. And Prague is going to get easy draw with the black pieces.
Right. So you may play queen e6 here. You
It
also
would
may
be pretty
play queen
funny,
e7.
though, if we only had one game to watch, Irene. Imagine, like, we had one game to watch and this one ends in, like, 15 minutes. That would be so sad. Unfortunately, we also have Fabiano versus Abasov, where Fabi is going to be doing his best to stay in this match.
Yeah, and that game is also in the Sicilian, so there should be some fireworks on the board.
So both of these moves are possible to block. Queen e6 is a bit more popular. Probably that's what Prague is going to play, because I guess if they take me, maybe you can capture towards the center. I kind of like that a little bit more for black. That's why, white generally does not actually make that trade. And white goes castles. And then after castles, does white then make the trade? No, they don't. They just play rook e1. Which makes sense to me because you don't really want to be doing that and helping them, open up their rook. And helping them capture towards the center. So, I mean, you can't be that desperate for a trade, right? I would not be playing that move. So this makes sense. Yeah, it's interesting because, Pragg is here, like, just being like, okay, I think I understand his intentions. He wants to get to a draw. What do I need to do to make it happen? And he is still thinking.
Yeah, so I mean, tiebreak is also a pretty good chance for Praggnanandhaa as well. He's younger, and probably he has more energy, and he played more tiebreaks here in the World Cup, so he's quite experienced too. And I think it's just due to personal reason that Magnus decides to move on to the tiebreak. Because it has nothing to do with Praggnanandhaa, I guess. It's just because, I mean, Praggnanandhaa is a very capable player in the rapid and blitz as well. So, yeah, I think, Magnus just want to take it easy today, have more resting hours, and just get ready for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, the tiebreak will be at 2 p.m. So 1 hour earlier than scheduled.
Oh, that's good that you told me that. It's close to my wake-up time.
Yeah.
So this way I can plan it better. Okay, that's good to know because there is going to be a closing ceremony tomorrow too. Yes, and we know these tie breaks. Sometimes they go on for like 5 hours.
Yeah, totally. And seeing how they play and how they performed, it will not be a surprise if they go for like a few games in the sudden death, these 3 minutes plus 2 seconds increment. So, okay, Queen e6 is on the board. And yeah, so normally white plays just castle without taking on e6 and castle bishop c4, forcing the trade. Yeah.
Well, I guess we can. I mean, should we stay on this game or we can come back to it because they can't draw until move 30. So they're not really going anywhere. There's no 3-move repetitions, I think.
Right. But I just want to quickly point out here, like Queen e6, okay, we might be seeing the exchange of queens soon on the board. Yeah. But the good thing about it is, you know what?
What?
You're not going to blunder your queen if you trade it.
Yeah. Was there a chance that someone could blunder their queen?
No. It's just a joke. Okay, I think we can move on to the next game if you want.
Yeah, let's take a look at Fide versus Magnus is looking away from the board. Pragg is thinking. So one move happened after Queen e6, and it was the move Bishop f4. Well, he's attacking this pawn.
Right. So how to defend it?
Probably c6 and then d5, right? Actually seems pretty logical. I wonder what the idea is. So, like, let's say c6 happens. Is he just going to go, like, bishop c4? But then d5, right? If you go bishop d3, still d5.
So maybe you have to take first?
Well, I really don't want to take. I really don't want to take that queen.
But I think the c6 is your bishop on c8 is kind of blocked because all the pawns are on the light square. Maybe it's a provocation.
But it's going to get unblocked. I don't know. I think he's just going to move the bishop away.
No, I mean if you take on e6 first.
If you take on e6.
How do you take it back?
Yeah, like that.
And then bishop d3. And I'll put my bishop on e5 and stop it unless you play d6, but there is b4.
Okay. Well, you could try taking. I mean, of course, de is like completely fine, but let me try my more ambitious approach. Bishop d3. So you're saying if I go there, okay, like my bishop is still kind of blocked. Although I think I'm okay with my stronger center. Yeah, like I think I will, be absolutely fine here. But maybe I'm wrong. Bishop e5, castles.
Yeah, castle.
And some sort of positional advantage, based on this bishop. You can maybe put the king on d2, the rook on e1. Maybe I played d5 a little too soon. Maybe I need to maintain flexibility. Actually, let's take the tempo first. Yeah, of course. Let's attack the bishop. At least get that tempo and see where you go. So if you go here, maybe we can try, I don't know, can we go e5? Because you can't really take it because of rook e8. And then maybe I play d6. So maybe I have time to set up my pawns like this. Let's say I go here, you castle somewhere, some way, right? And then I go d6. So I think I was just in time because now b4 is harmless.
Right. Yeah, this could be it.
Yeah. So I don't know, bishop f4 doesn't seem like a very scary move, but it's hard for white to really scare black when they go into this line.
Also, if you don't want to deal with those lines, you just play bishop b6, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And there's simply nothing's wrong with that move.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the one thing you don't want to do is like castles and give up the pawn, because then I don't think you can like wind up trapping the bishop.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because there's
always
always b4 ideas, yeah? I mean, you could try, we can look at it, but it's a risky way to play.
You can take it first, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, or I mean, even b4 looks
Or even
quite
before
okay.
immediately.
I think so. Oh, but then it gets kind of fun. Look at this line. Okay. I think we stumbled onto some amazing computer line.
Wow.
Look at that. You know,
Wow.
if you take like that, it's
Take with the pawn.
discovery, and then I win your bishop back, and I'm trying to basically win this bishop. Okay. But anyway, Prague took on e6.
Yeah, just to...
Sorry, on e2, yeah.
Just
so now Magnus probably captures with the bishop. Oh, it took with the king. Okay.
And still offering the c6, d5 idea. Yeah, what about now? I think it is completely fine. c6, d5. I think I like black's position better. Just because of the pawn structure. But okay, it's very minor, yeah? Like the advantage is just very slightly.
Bishop d3, d5, and I guess he's going to put his king on f3. Is that his idea?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
put the
probably
king on f3 and just go rook e1. So d5 is on the board. It's interesting in this position where white can sort of do anything. Like, what's white going to go for? There's also b4. There's b4 and a4. You can like try to get some space on the queen side. So like, for example, something like that, like this. I don't really know if we're accomplishing much, but we can try.
But I like this idea, putting the king on f3.
Yeah.
You're just getting ready for the end game because no
But I
queen's
think he does actually want to take a bit of space over here. Because otherwise, you're right, like black's pawn structure is just a little bit better, so white is really like, I don't know, doesn't have anything to do at all. You can play king f3, it's normal, but, you know, maybe at least take a little bit of space, give black something to think about, and it doesn't seem harmful. Like, I don't feel like it. Well, on the other hand, I don't know, maybe if you go here and try to attack me from this side.
Yeah, that could be. Yep. And now maybe the king will park on d2 anyway. Yeah. So you play some sort of like rook e1.
Yeah.
Or I like this idea. What
Like
about
this, right?
what about if we play instead of a4 in this position? Yeah, after bishop e7, bishop e5, and put the bishop on d4.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about that, but there's f6 and b6, right? So they can try f6 and then b6.
But that
It gets a little sharp.
are you sure you want to
Play
push?
c5. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I kind of wanted to pretend like I was threatening that. And you're trying to say that like I'm a little weak over here, yeah? Like I can't really move my rook easily.
Unless you castle, but yeah.
You kind of keep the king here. Yeah, you can play bishop e5. But the funny thing is, like, I think what we're watching, right? I mean, just so our viewers don't get tricked, is like we kind of know what both of the players are like are agreeable to here. I would be very surprised if like this really becomes a full-fledged fight, you know? So that's just not really how you start the game when
Yep.
that's what you're looking for.
It's already like a gesture usually by
Yes.
white player.
Yes.
If you're going into this line, you're not looking for anything special.
Right. So he just played c4.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that neutralized the center kind of, because you don't want to play d4 in this position, do you?
Yeah.
Right? So maybe this pawn will be traded off and we'll be seeing like almost a symmetrical position.
Yeah, I mean, let's see c4 is for sure like 100%. Like that's, I mean, if we had any doubt about Magnus's intentions, that pretty much reveals everything, yeah?
Yep.
I mean, in fact, like white has to maybe be a bit more careful because their king is in the center. So black either goes here or they can trade and then develop this bishop somewhere. Like, okay, let's just trade and attack something. Because I can't go bishop d3, right? Because you take and then I might lose that pawn if I take with the king.
Right. So maybe rook he1 now.
Like that. Yeah. So if I take, you win my bishop with a discovery.
Right. So if you castle, for example, and I can play bishop b3 maybe, or f7 is hanging, so I can maybe trade it like that. And
yeah,
then,
it's funny, but and then it gets a little sharp, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I have king f1 too.
yeah.
But rook f8. Yeah, the other
And
there's
so-
bishop. Yeah, bishop
Yeah.
g4. So I cannot do it right away.
So probably bishop b3 or c3. There's b5. So probably this.
Bishop b3 looks solid.
Yeah.
And then I
Like
always have
something
king
like
f1.
that, and then you even have king f3.
Oh, king f3. Yeah.
Either of them work. Yeah. Okay. That's one way the game can go. What else? So like you can start with bishop e6, which basically forces this. And now what do we do?
King d2. Or not. Oh, f2 is hanging.
Yeah. Well, we can go here.
Yeah, bishop e3 too.
You take, I take. If you take, I go there and I win the pawn.
Yep.
And if you don't do that, then I just play f3 and I bring my king there or there and it's a draw.
Right.
Okay. Super exciting. Okay. Can we now move on to the other game? Let's go. Fabi versus Nijat. Here we're seeing an actual game, guys. So
Welcome back, everyone, to the final of World Cup 2023. And we are entering the second hour of the second game right now. And we have a few developments in the game between Magnus Carlsen versus Praggnanandhaa. So let's quickly take a look.
All right, so after white moved the rook to e1, black gave his king a square with h6, rook a d1, king f8, f3, bishop b4, and rook e4. Interesting. I thought about maybe bishop d2, but I guess it's a little passive, yeah? Bishop d2 also seems like it's like a possibility. I don't know if the bishop would move back, maybe attack the pawn. So he goes rook e4. And that is our current position. They've made 22 moves. I expect black will probably protect the bishop with a5.
Yeah, but I think it's also possible that, it depends on how are you going to play in this position. If you just want to keep a draw, you can actually play bishop c3 maybe, just keeping the diagonal for the bishop. Yeah, and then some trade will happen. Yeah, because
maybe we go bishop d2 anyway. To be honest, right? Like, can't we just do that move? Because we can't go to the e file without it. So let's just try that. I mean, then you can't move your bishop away because of the pawn. Well, I mean, you could move it away, but probably you won't. I mean, I guess the game could keep going in a slightly sharper direction if black chooses c5. A little bit of a weird move, right? If white goes c3, you have bishop a3.
oh, d3 is hanging too.
Yeah. So there's no c3. Okay.
Yeah, but it's quite committal to play this position. Maybe bishop c5 is on the board, so it's a quiet draw offer here by Praggnanandhaa as well. Like Carlsen could just play
a rook back to e1.
Rook back to e1, and they might repeat some moves there.
So he attacked the rook attacked him, and then he went back where he
bishop
was
c5.
already, right? Yeah. So it is in a way a quiet draw offer. But, I mean, is there anything Magnus could do to improve his position a little bit? How about doubling the rooks? Is there any point in that? I don't really see a lot of point to that, right? I don't see exactly, what we're doing, but you can try that. I do feel like, this is quite okay as well.
They just come back, yeah?
Yeah, and it might put this game to rest in the next few moves.
Yeah, I think Magnus is thinking if there's anything else that he can do in this position. Objectively speaking, it's an equal game, but maybe he's trying to get some edge, which is going to be hard because Praggnanandhaa's position is very solid as well.
How about bishop e3? Can we do that? That's another impossibility to get some trades.
Yeah, many things happen, and maybe bishop d6 even.
Yes.
You get a7, I get h2.
Bishop d6, well, then I take. Then you probably still have to do a little bit of work.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of work. You just go rook a8 and you take the pawn back. All right, well, how long do you think this game is going to continue? I think it'll be over within like half an hour.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, within 30 minutes. Well, it depends on Carlsen's next move, actually. If he's gonna he's doubling the rook. Yeah,
he doubled up.
So
here we go. He doubled those rooks. Oh, you know what it is? I think he's inviting Prague to just like attack his rook, and then all the rooks can come off the board. I think that's what that is about.
Yeah,
what do you
that's
think?
possible.
I actually really like this as an invitation. Bishop d5. And then everything can get traded. Then it becomes even easier. Yeah. So I think that's what his move is really after. It's like an invitation for that to happen.
Right. Yeah, but here, how many moves do you think that black has just to keep the equality?
Oh, pretty much any move. But watch bishop d5 happen. Let's see. There you go.
Yeah.
You see how we can read the players' minds, right? It's like the hidden things going on in these moves.
All the captures on e8.
Yeah. Yeah.
And up to king e8 later, it will be 25 moves. So they have to make another 5
moves. Yeah, it's going to be way shorter than half an hour. Because now that the rooks are off the board, there's even less suspense, right?
Right. And maybe they just play the king moves, yeah, king e2, king d7, and so on. Okay, but Carlsen is thinking, but it's likely that he will just take the rook on e8, or maybe not. Ooh, bishop f5. So he's not taking the last rook. No, he's not taking the last rook.
Oh, he didn't trade the last rook?
No.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
So bishop f5 is on the board.
Okay. Well.
So he wants to take and then play what? Bishop c8?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so let's say we take. Is this even a threat? It's hard to call it a threat, you know?
Yeah, king e7, yeah. Just.
Yeah, I mean, you can go b5 or you can go b6. Yeah, there's not really an issue. Okay, they traded the rooks.
Yep.
King e7, yeah.
King
I guess
e7.
there's no reason to go for this move, even though this should be a pretty easy draw as well. But actually, yeah, that kind of damages your pawn structure, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no need to create a weakness of your own.
Yeah, king e7 on the board. So it's been 26 moves.
Yeah, we'll stay on this until the end of the game, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
c4. Okay, bishop e6.
And maybe another trade, yeah?
Yeah.
Or maybe...
he'll definitely trade because his light squared bishop is not the best. He's going to make the trade.
And king takes.
King takes. And...
king d2 maybe. King e2,
e2, stay on the light squares. Black will put a pawn here. Watch that be one of his moves. a6, like just watch that happen. Because he has to make 3 more moves. I'm willing to predict that this will be one of his last 3 moves. Not because he has to do it, but
h3 is on the board.
So h3 on the board,
I think Prague just play h5, yeah.
Okay.
Just put all the pawns on
I might be
the light
wrong
square.
because he also can move that pawn.
Yep. Just put the pawns on the light square and then draw a grid.
Yeah, king e2, g6. Well, okay, obviously we know that's going to happen now. g6 is on the board. And then he has only one.
No, it is already 30th move.
Okay, they just shook hands.
And they shook hands.
Yeah.
So we kind of predicted the whole thing to happen. Okay, so it's not even 30 minutes. It was just 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm glad we came back to catch this exciting finish. Yeah, we wouldn't have wanted to miss that.
Yep, so they spent pretty much just an hour and 10 minutes to complete the second game, which ended with another draw. So Magnus Carlsen will be playing the tiebreak tomorrow versus Praggnanandhaa, and it will be at 2 p.m., so 1 hour earlier than usual.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good news for chess fans is that tomorrow we're going to get a really good match. You know, obviously...
Welcome back, guys. And we have our special guest just now in the studio. I'm so excited. Praggnanandhaa, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, how are you feeling after the game? It was quite an easy day today, right?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. I guess we both were okay with the draw, so we move on to the tiebreaks.
So at which point in your game that you already think, Magnus is taking it easy, then this is not going to be a very explosive game, it's just going to be a draw? At which point?
Yeah, I guess this moment, took on d4.
When he took on d4 that early, right?
Yeah.
On move 6, I think, yeah?
Yeah. Because this is supposed to be just nothing for white and... Yeah, one of the ways to make a draw.
Yeah, Irina and I, we also predicted it. It's okay, this is going to be a trade of the queen very soon, and then there's pretty much nothing, and there's so many games like this which ended with a draw. But I want to ask you another question. How is your mother?
Yeah, she's doing good.
She must be very proud, yeah. And then we've seen lots of things about her these days. Surely because she's the woman behind your success.
Yeah, of course. She has been a huge pillar of support, not only for me, but also my sister. So, yeah.
Amazing. So after this, can you tell me what are your next events?
Yeah, from here, actually, I'm going to World Rapid Team.
Oh, right. In Düsseldorf, yeah?
Yeah. So tomorrow I have tiebreak, and the next day I travel, and then the next day I play again.
Right.
So, yeah, no breaks
No
now.
breaks, no breaks. Yeah, and then you've been on the road since I don't know how many months already. Yeah.
Yeah, I played 2 tournaments before this, so I've been already playing a lot. Even after World Rapid Team, there are a lot of plans.
Tata
so
Steel, yeah, you'll be.
Yeah,
You're going to
in
play in Tata
Calcutta,
Steel. Yeah.
So there are many tournaments coming up. So yeah, no breaks for now.
Yeah. So how do you feel as well, surpassing, not surpassing, but also breaking another record for the Indian, being the second player to be played in the candidates ladder?
Yeah, I guess I'm hoping for more people to join me there.
Yep.
Because
This is only the first qualification for the candidates, right?
Gukesh is also near in this Fide circuit.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
And there's also Grand Swiss. So yeah, I guess Gukesh, Arjun, there are many more players out there.
Right. And I also am a bit curious, like India has lots of prodigies such as yourself, Arjun, Gukesh, and Nihal, right? Do you guys kind of have some mutual preparation together or sharing some specific lines together? Because we've seen maybe in some of the matches here, when Gukesh played London, for example, and then it was also similar to Arjun's London or something like that.
Yeah, no, of course we follow each other's game. Okay, we are also part of this Westbury Anand Chess Academy.
Right.
So sometimes our openings can be a bit similar because we have worked through there. But yeah, all of us have personal coaches and we kind of work separately. We don't work together, but Westbury Anand Chess Academy is the only place we all, sit together, analyze positions. So it's always fun there.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, just one last question. Do you see yourself being second by one of your friends? Like, for example, Gukesh or Arjun or Nihal or, all these youngsters?
Yeah, for now, no plans. But
No plans.
Maybe, yeah.
But in the candidates, you have to build a team, yeah, for all this type of preparation.
Yeah, I guess so, but I haven't thought about it right now. For me, yeah. Right now, it's just about this tournament.
Exactly, because the tiebreak tomorrow is going to be very important.
Yeah.
And we all are very much rooting for the best player. And you've shown a very tremendous fighting spirit in this tournament. So all the best for you, for tomorrow, and have a good rest. And good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
I'm joined by Magnus Carlsen. The second game of the match has finished in a draw, and we're going to ask him his thoughts. Magnus, first of all, are you feeling better than yesterday?
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. Very grateful to the organizers and Fide and to the doctors and nurses as well yesterday, who got me some good treatment. So today I'm feeling a bit better, but I still didn't feel like I had the energy for a full fight. So I thought, let's get one more day of rest, and hopefully I'll have more strength tomorrow.
That's good to hear. So this means tomorrow you'll have to fight for the title in the tiebreak. What do you expect for the match?
Yeah, he's already played a lot of tie breaks against very strong players, and I've played him a bunch in Rapid before, so I know he's very strong. But if I have some energy, if I have a good day, then obviously I have good chances.
Good luck. Thanks a lot.